today I'm going to be going over DTF print costs. So I'm going to do a quick breakdown on this. Basically, it's going to be 1 square foot. So 1 square foot would be a 12-inch by 12-inch sheet. So yeah, that's just the way I'm going to break it down. Because I have an accurate price point to it, I guess. And I'm also going to break it down wholesale versus retail. Now, this is a big thing because a lot of people who are starting to sell transfers don't know the difference between what should I price my transfers at, right? That's a common question that I get all the time, and also that I see in all these Facebook groups. So I'm going to break down wholesale costs versus retail, and I'm going to give you an average median. And also we have to keep in mind there's some people who sell transfers that have an overhead cost, so I'll probably include that pricing too, probably just more towards the end though. I want to give just a quick I guess price breakdown between the two. So yeah, it's a common question I get all the time. What should I price my transfers at? And it really comes down to you, but you need to know the difference between wholesale and retail. So wholesale, as we know, is more of a bulk discount, right? Or to companies that have resale license. So yeah, you want to keep that in mind. And we're going to do square foot. Like I said, we're going to go based off of 12 inches by 12 inches. And the most common price cost, I've seen is it costs $1 to make. So if you think about it, a 12 by 12, we already have it here. So it's going to cost us to make, our cost is $1. Same thing with retail, right? The cost is, bear with me here, I'm on a chair. So our cost is $1. Now, when would you sell in wholesale? When's the case you would sell in wholesale, right? Well, it's usually if you offer people more like bulk. Let's just say your order minimums are 20 sheets. Let's just say we're going based off of 12 by 12 sheets, right? Or you could kind of 8.5 by 11, however you want to price that, I guess. So our cost would be obviously $1, right? So for the wholesale, let's just say the minimum order is 20 sheets. You're like, okay, well, I want to sell you 20 sheets for let's just say between, I personally, this is my price, but you choose your own prices, right? So include your overhead and all that. I would say anywhere from $2 to $4 range, right? So we'll do, this is our cost, right? So then we're selling it for, we're gonna sell it for, let's see, let's say $2 to $4, right? $2 to $4 range. So of course we're already making 100% profit if we sell a sheet for $2. So we're already getting 100%. So imagine you increase it 300-400% right here, and you would sell it by 12 by 12. Let's just say you have a commercial DTF printer. This is a perfect model, so it'd be probably, let's just say $3 a square foot. So it's usually 22 by 24. So you do the math. Let's just say you price it at $3. So you could fit, let's just say 4 images on there, right? For 22 by 24. So 4 times 4 is what, 16, and it only costs you $4 to make. So if you do that kind of, I guess, price breakdown on a commercial DTF printer, but If you're doing it by sheets, let's just say, I'm going to give you an example. An 8x11, right? We're going to go 8x11 sheet. It should cost you, let's just round it off to $1, right? Cost, I'm just going to put C as cost, right? Cost $1. And you could turn around and then sell it for, you know, $2 to $4, the same pricing, I'd say, for wholesale, $2 to $4. And of course, you know, you're still making money. You're making 100% profit regardless of the pricing, right? And this does include the ink, the powder. Yeah, that's basically, oh, and the film, sorry. So it all comes down to that. So if you want to break down the cost, what's the cost? 1 divided by, 3, right? So I think it's about 33 cents per material. Yeah, something like that. 33 cents for film, 33 cents for ink, 33 cents for powder, but I doubt it. It's probably less for powder. So yeah, it's probably for an 8x11, it might be less than $1 to produce, to be honest. So yeah, anyway, so that's for an 8x11, and let's just say a 13 by 19 sheet. We're gonna go based off of the sheets, right? That's gonna cost you roughly about $1.50 to produce. And then you could go ahead and turn around and sell it for $4, right? Minimum. That's your minimum. $4. I'd say $4 to like $6 wholesale if you're gonna be doing that. So the difference, you're still, regardless, you're still making over 100%. So you just have to keep that in mind. And of course, overhead, let's just say you're renting out a place, you have rent, right? You have an employee, then you can probably just go with the max price, to be honest. If you want to do it, sell for $4 and then $6, you're going to make money regardless. It doesn't matter. These transfers are dirt cheap to produce, and I don't know why there's a lot of people, I guess, upselling them like really, really expensive. But I understand because they have an overhead, and overhead dictates the price of your transfers. So anyway, let's go into retail. And of course, like I said, it costs you, or going by square foot, this is a commercial printer, same information, right? Although now you could go ahead and sell it for, let's just say, for retail, it's more common to sell them in sheets that I've seen anyway. And if you do get a gang sheet, it'd be like what, 22. Let's just put, I'm gonna move over here. I'm just gonna put 22. Let's just put a 22 by 24 sheet for retail. Usually costs anywhere from $20 to $40, right? That could be a good price point to sell it at. And then if we're gonna go by sheets, an 8x11 sheet, which is very common, is around probably $5, to be honest. That's like the common price that I see. You can sell it for $5 to $7 for an 8x11. 13 by 19 will usually go retail. I see anywhere from I'm just going based off of average, like $8 to $12. I think $12 is way too high, but that's my personal opinion. I personally wouldn't go out of my way and buy an $8 13 by 19. Although you can gang sheet it, and I get it, it's kind of worth it. But as a printer, you're not even doing most of the artwork anyways, so you have to take that into consideration. Yeah. So, but for retail, you have to go back. How much does it cost you to make? It's gonna cost you $1, and then you have to go back to this. It's gonna cost you for a 13 by 19, right? Right here, $1.50. That's the cost. So at the end of the day, is your best bet selling retail or wholesale? I mean, obviously retail, you make more money, but you have less sales because the transfers are more expensive and not a lot of people want to pay this price. So retail, you would sell more on like Etsy, or if you have your own store and you have the option to sell retail, like already pre-made kind of transfers you can sell, or even just for no minimums, right? That would be more of the price for that, an accurate price breakdown. But wholesale would be, like I said, if you have a minimum tied to it, right? Wholesale would be your best bet. Usually you'll get more sales with wholesale pricing versus retail pricing, but again, it comes down to how you market your, product. Although I think an 8 by 11, $5, that's reasonable to me. A 13 by 19, I say $7 to $8 is reasonable to me. That's what I would personally pay as a customer for retail anyway. But you guys already know where I get my DTF transfers from, Unreal Designs, and yeah, they sell them for $2 for an 8 by 11, and then a 13 by 19 for $4. That's super cheap. It's hard to beat, and yeah, I hope this price breakdown kind of helps you out and kind of makes you see like the differences between wholesale pricing and retail pricing. And it comes down to how much does it cost, and it literally costs you $1 for both to produce. So it's just the difference is what platform you're using and where you're the marketplace, right? So that's the difference between the wholesale and retail cost. Oh, and let me incorporate, I guess, overhead, right? Like I said, so this, like I said, it costs you $1. Let's just say you want to incorporate an overhead cost. Probably add another I would say, let's just put overhead. I'm gonna put OH for overhead cost. And then we could just add probably an additional $1 to $2, because you kind of want to just, rail in those customers, you want to keep them. And keep in mind, just because a transfer costs more to, let's just say, to buy, right? To purchase. Let's just say the transfer is like $8 to buy one transfer. Doesn't mean that it's gonna be high quality. And that's a problem with DTF transfers. Just because you see them priced higher doesn't mean that they're gonna be great quality. I've tried expensive transfers and they sucked. There's just people, you have to find the right company who knows what they're doing. So keep that in mind. And the overhead cost, sorry, I kind of sidetracked there. So the overhead cost, I'd be adding an additional $1 to, let's just say max $3, right? To it, and that's basically it. Or what you can do is you can sell them for $2, right? Or $4, and then charge a setup fee. And this is more, traditional type of screen printing, right? Is a setup fee. And you could probably charge like, I don't know, anywhere from like 15 to $30 setup fee, something like that. If you sell them for, let's just say, $2 and $4, and you kind of make up for your overhead costs and the fees of your employee, if you have an employee, that is. But anyway, I hope this price breakdown helped some of you understand the numbers that are in the DTF world. And keep in mind, don't be fooled by the cost of DTF. It is not expensive to make. It is cheap. What I would recommend if you're starting off, is to really master your craft, and that's very important, because just because these transfers are priced higher doesn't mean they're better quality. So basically, I hope this helped you out, and this is just like a little model that is just a little pricing model, right, for those who are starting off. But remember, don't follow this model. This is just my average. You price accordingly to your business and your overhead costs and all that. It's just kind of to help you out, give you a visual as to what the market is like out there. I've done the research, and yeah, I hope this information, this mathematical information that is, helps you out. So DTF Prints with T-shirt Crusaders masterclass. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not gonna release a masterclass. But yeah. So I hope you enjoyed it, and just keep practicing, keep printing before you get into the transfer game. Although it is the market is flooded with a lot of people who are selling transfers, so the pricing is always competitive. But if you're an established business, it shouldn't be hard for you. If you're an established business, you could probably get away with this pricing. Yeah, so my recommendations is, like I said earlier, master your craft, because that's important. Good quality products will always get you recognition, better customers, more customers. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna be doing some wash tests on this shirt. Well, actually, not wash test. This an update, right? I don't know if you can see the shirt, but anyway, yeah, I hope this was informative, and I hope it helps people go into the right direction as to what they kind of want to price their transfers. So anyway, yeah, keep printing, and thank you for subscribing to my channel, and I appreciate it, because yeah, I've got like over 400 subscribers now, and I want to thank all of you who are supporting my channel. It really means a lot to me. I appreciate it. But anyway, hit that like button, subscribe, leave comments down below if you have any questions referring to this, or any printing questions, I guess. So anyway, I'll catch you on the next video.